everybody, this is Oksana, and today I want to show you how to add a small little accent stone up top of your bigger stone on a pendant. So how to add it up top to the bail. And here's what it looks like. I'm not going to make this whole entire pendant from scratch. This uses the same basic technique that I've been using in my previous several videos. The different part is adding this little stone in. So I start with my basic frame and then I am adding in the little stone. So that's what this video is going to be about, just this little stone up top here. So if you want to see how to add that in, then just keep watching. So here I'm starting out with a basic frame. I just added a couple of loops here. But other than that, this is exactly how I've been doing my previous several pendants. If you look at just a couple of videos back, you will see this is an exact frame that I do. And then I take my half round 22 gauge wire. This is square 20 gauge wire. They're all dead soft copper. So I just wrap this just a few times, and this is when I usually kind of bend these two wires down and then wrap around these back ones to make the bail in all my previous videos. So the one thing that's going to be different is we're going to bend the frontmost ones down, and then these four are going to be our bail. And we're going to leave them the way that they are, which should be, you know, if they're just coming straight from the side and going straight up, it's basically two wires on top of two wires. See that? It's almost like a little square. From every side, you just see the two wires. So then instead of wrapping around, you know, just the back two, I'm wrapping around four wires here when I make my bail, compared to my previous videos when I've been making these bails. And my stone is very, very small. This works best with little tiny accent stones. If you have a larger stone, you may have to adjust how many wires you have in the back here. So basically, you are gonna go pretty much as tall as your stone is. And again, my stone is tiny, so not very tall in my case. It is this little pink stone. So I'm just putting it here and I'm seeing if this is tall enough. And I think that I can maybe go around one more time and then it should be pretty accurate height of my stone here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these front two wires and I'm going to bend them forward. Here's what that looks like from the side. Here's what it looks like from the front. Now, what you may want to do here before you finalize setting this little stone is these wires here, these two, you can finish them off. You can just trim them short and make a little loop. You can make a little swirly decoration. However you want to do it. What I'm going to do is I'm bringing them together on the same side, and I'm just going to make like a little swirl or something. But basically it's easier to do things with these now rather than after you set your tiny stone. Then the tiny stone might kind of get in the way. So I'm just going to go like this and just kind of leave them so that I can, you know, finish them off later. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and set our stone. So I'm taking these two wires and I'm bringing them forward all the way, and you can use your pliers here to assist you in making a nice sharp bend. So what you're going to do is you are going to separate them a little bit, like that. And then we're going to pop our stone in here, like so. And what we're going to do is we're going to bend them back. So they're just kind of hugging the edges of our stone. Oops, sorry, my stone is, there we go. Like this. And now you want to hold your stone because the wires are still not 100% secured here. And you're going to take one wire at a time. You can move this little tail out of the way. One wire at a time and wrap it around. So this is one. Now I'm taking the other wire. And this is number 2. Bringing it just kind of around. Here's what it looks like so far. And if you need to adjust your wires at this point, you can do that. Just so they're even. Now, the stone may still not be 100% secure here because quite a bit of this is showing in the back. So before we finalize securing it, it's a little easier to just finish the bail real quick. So just wrap. And if your stone pops out, you can just put it back in. But it's easier just to finish this part. So we will bend this back to form our bail. So just go just as high as you need to. All right, so this is as tall as mine is gonna be. And you just trim your little wire and pinch down the end on the back here. So now we're gonna finish securing this little stone here. So we have our wires that we wrapped around that are just kind of in the back that we've been using to secure it. And what I'm gonna do just for a decorative effect is that because they're square wires, if your wires are not square, then of course don't do this part because it won't work, but I'm just gonna twist them and make it have that little twisted effect. So now, see how they're coming one from each side? So take one of them, doesn't really matter which one, I'll just go with this one, and go ahead and finish bringing it to the side that it's going to. And now we're gonna kind of lay it up next to this wire here. Now this little window that your stone is kind of peeping through needs to be smaller than the stone itself so it can't pop out. But now we're kind of blocking up the sides as well so that it can't pop out of the side. So see how I'm just kind of putting it next to that other wire there. Like that. And I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Just using my fingers to bend, almost making like this little loop and putting the loop next to my stone. So now that's gonna help hold the stone in on the sides, and you can even, like, I'll just pinch it right now as I hold it. And I'm gonna take these wires and I'm gonna wrap them around the bail. Like so. And so this wire that's kind of going to the back, I'm just gonna cut it. And I'm just gonna pinch that little end of it. And then this one, I'm actually gonna leave a longer piece and make a little decorative loop with some round nose pliers, which of course I left downstairs. So I'm gonna try and do it with regular pliers and then I'll just fix it later. And so you get the point, just like a little loop. I'll fix mine later. It's not very Very good. So now we have our little stone and it's being held at the sides so it can't come through here and can't pop out through the front. So we're just gonna finish our bail by just bending it into shape. And then I usually just wrap this little wire around it. So in this case, I'm just gonna have to pull that wire underneath all these little loops that I made. So this is the same way that I do it in my other videos. I just kind of attach my bail to finish it off, but it's up to you now how you want to do it, and if you want to just cut these little wires or use them as part of your piece. I basically just wanted to show you how to add that little stone into your design. So it's, you know, any design that you happen to be making, can even be like a tree of life or anything, just how to add a little stone up top. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my actual stone into here so you can kind of see what a finished piece would look like. All right, so this is my finished pendant. I put in my stone, my main stone, so you can kind of get a better idea of the bail now. Here it is from the sides. I cut the two little wires and finished it off, so there it is. That is how I added the little accent stone to the bail. So hopefully that is helpful. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.